I am completely gonna show you the script that I've used to close over 50,000 euros worth in commission. Yes, euros, not dollars, which is like more than dollars. But I mean, dollars are just easier to clickbait people with. Anyway, hi, I'm Rabian. If you don't know me, I make videos about sales. I react to people, and I myself have over a decade worth of sales and coaching experience. I've been coaching and teaching people sales for a long time. And this, what I'm going to show you right now, is the script. Let me look for it. The script that I've used and showed my students in order to make 50,000 euros last month. And that's what I did, only on commission, only on sales. And my students went from 5K to 15,000 euros, went from 3K to 8,000 euros, simply by using these principles that I have here in this script that I'm gonna go by one and show you how you can do it too. Even so, the script that I'm showing you right now, this Notion template, I give you for free. You can have it for free, and all you got to do in order to get that is just to comment down below, and I'll send you it or whatever. Like, I don't care, just fucking do it. Anyway, if you're not familiar with sales, if you haven't done sales before, I will tell you this is going to be a little bit complicated. And what is going to make it a lot easier is I have a practical pitch that one of my students has done. It's like, I think, a 3.5K close. Which is right here. I'm not going to show it. It's a video. You got to watch it yourself. It's in the script that you can watch in order to see how I'm giving feedback on this specific person to get to the place. So this is a deeper version of something that I even show on my own course. Because these are principles, and I'm going to tell you exactly for each principle what it is, what it means, what it does, and how you can use it for yourself in order to create your own best script. Because by simply using these principles, you can start making 50K, 10K, $15,000 in euros a month, right? And we start by starting out. And I know that you might think that doing sales is basically just implementing a couple of tactics, but in reality, it starts with your mind. And a lot of people don't notice, and a lot of people don't do this. I've been teaching people sales for quite a long time. And when I was in my sales office, everybody was doing sales trainings and sales trainings. And one thing that I noticed is I could teach you a lot of sales tactics, but if you're not implementing those tactics with the right mentality, you will not achieve more sales. And this kept on happening every single time. I'm seeing my trainers and the people that are in the company teaching people more tactics to sell more, and they're not selling more until one day I started just implementing a mentality trick. Hey, think positively. Just look at things from a different perspective. Even though you don't believe it, tell yourself that you do believe, that you're able to do something. And by having positive self-talk right before you do a sale, because you're in a better mood, suddenly the sales are a lot better. If you've ever done a sale, just think about it. The one time that you made a sale, how happy did you feel? How was the next conversation that you have had that afterwards? And tell me another thing, by the way. How many times was it so that you were calling and the next person that you had a call with was also a close? Well, if you're having issues with finding products and having people to sell for, you might need to step up your game a little bit. But if you have, you know exactly what I mean. So one of the big and main concerns that I have every single time that I'm seeing people close is that they don't set a goal with themselves. They don't set a standard with themselves. And if you're starting out right before you're closing, pitching, and you don't have the standard of willing and wanting to do something even before you do it, you will not even achieve anything. You have to set a goal. Today I will sell whatever. I will sell 3. Today I will make $1,000 worth of commission. Today I will do this. Today I will that. And even if it's unbelievable, I want you to still do it. If you have something to work for, every conversation is done with purpose. Usually when you're calling, you don't care because you're making your money anyway. You're a fucking pussy and you're not doing anything. But if you think and have a purpose on each and every conversation that you're having, now suddenly you will make every conversation count. Every single conversation that I'm having, I'm doing my best because I know that one person that's right in front of me has to be closed. I don't care. I'm not going to do it to the next one. I don't think sales is a numbers game. I don't think I have to wait before the right lead. I am going to make this lead right. and I'm going to do everything in my power to be sure that I'm closing this one person, because there's no one more important for me than this one person that I'm calling with right now. And it's the exact same thing that you'll have to do. All right. This is my mentality. This is how I get into the conversations. But before I even go, I'm calling with warm leads. These leads are qualified. These leads, I know a lot of information on. And even if it's just a name, I can still go to Facebook or Instagram and find this name and see who this person is, to have like just a small reasoning of who I'm talking to. Because if I already know half of the questions that I will be asking, I can guide this conversation towards a place where I want it to be, so that I can come and make the close at the end. So always please do your research based on who you're selling. And if you don't feel like research is worth it, maybe you should start looking for products that are worth it. Because if you're not making enough commission on that person, of course you won't do the research. But if I know that I'm making thousands of dollars of commission on just one person, I'm gonna do all the research that I can. Even in your case, you wanna make like 10K a month. One commission could be $250 or $350, right? You only need that a day to make 10K. If you make $350 a day, you've made $10,000. So in other words, if you just sell one person for $350 worth of commission, is worth your time. So be sure that you do your fucking research and you know who this person is, what he does, how he wants it, how you tackle this conversation. I went for dinner a week ago. Random dinner. I don't even know why I was invited there. I suppose I know why I was invited now I think about it. But it was just a bunch of people and there was just one guy standing out. This guy comes to me, he's like, "Hey, Raven." And I have no fucking clue who this guy is. He comes up to me, "Hey, buddy, how you doing? How's life? How's this? How's that?" I'm like, "Wait, have I met you?" He's like, "No, bro. I just looked at your Instagram, followed you for a while, and I'm so glad to be able to see you here." And it was just like I saw my friend. He knew exactly how to play in on the things that I needed that moment on a table with a bunch of people that I didn't know. But he done his research. And at the end, he was very giving. And at the end of the conversation, he gave me a little pitch. "Hey, I'm doing this project. Maybe you want to donate. You want to do something for it." And I was like, "Well, I mean, you seem like a nice guy. And if I can donate to help a little bit of a charity, and who am I to say no?" But that person knew exactly what he was doing. And even though it was genuine, I don't think it wasn't genuine, but still, doing that research on the person is going to give you so much more of a high in closing percentage than you would if you just go into a conversation cold. I mean, you might be confident about your skill, but the thing that you want to have for sure is knowing who you're talking to. So have the right self-talk, have the right goal set, have the right research. And here I have another point, and that's reflecting. The reflecting is mainly after the conversation. Knowing that you'll probably do multiple conversations a day, which is mainly what most people do, you got to reflect on the last call that you had. You're only as good as your last game. You're only as good as your last pitch. But the great thing about having your last pitch is that you know what you said. You can watch back your recording. You can watch back what you did. You can think back about what you said. And if you reflect on that, you know immediately what you did wrong in the last time, and you can think about what you can do the next one to do it better. I'm teaching this to all my students. I'm giving them complete Notion desks where they can fill out every single conversation or interaction that they've done in order to get better. And you should most definitely keep on reflecting, because that's the best way to coach yourself to become a better closer and start earning tens of thousands of dollars a month. Because if you don't reflect, you will never get to that point. You will stay in the place that you are right now. But if you reflect, you can actually improve, and that's the one thing that you want to do, right? Correct. All right. So that's how we're starting out. Boring stuff is out of the way. We know that. Now we're going to actually go into a conversation. And this is talking about warm leads. If you want to have cold leads, you want to know how to approach cold leads, you need to watch a different video. This is about warm leads and how to close these warm leads. We're going to set up the conversation. So one and most important thing when you start a conversation with sales is that you captivate the person right from the second you pick up the phone. Whether that is creating relatability, whether that is establishing authority, whether that is anything, you need to be sure that that person is willing to listen to you for the full conversation. So you need to find a way for that person to immediately listen to you. What's the reason they're on that call? Are they on that call to get coached? Are they on that call to get informized? Are they on that calling it closed? Well, that's the next thing. You need to set up the frame correctly. And you need to have ways to capture that person's attention. So if it's a cold call, you're fucked, right? There's no frame to go by. You have to create your own frame. There's no authority. Nothing of that is there. So if you really want to become a cold-hearted motherfucking sales machine, you're gonna start out with cold calling. But once again, this is not what this conversation is about. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create authority by going by what our product is and how we're standing at. Because at that moment in time, we are the doctor. We are the person with the robot. We are the person that they're listening to. They're asking questions to. They've come on this call for a specific reason, and we're there to give them exactly what they need at that moment. Because what we're gonna do is try to understand them and guide them in the best way possible. We want to give this person a feeling that we're confident and know what we're talking about. That shapes authority. And if you don't have the authority, this conversation will go nowhere. These people have planned the call, and you want to be sure that they've planned the call for a good reason. So you're the person motivating them, getting them to a point where they want to be at. That's usually the reason why you're there. They have a problem, you're there to solve it. Whether it's having a printer or whether it's having coaching, business coaching, life coaching, whatever it is that you might be selling, you are the authority. You're going to be making sure that they know that you are. So here's what we do. We set up the frame. Once again, if that person is in the conversation with you thinking he's going to be coached, then at the end of the conversation it's going to be really hard to make a close. If that person is in the conversation to just get information, it's going to be very hard to get closed. What you want to do is set up the frame like any way possible that the person is aware that at the end he or she will be paying or will have something to think about to make a payment call in a later stage of days, of weeks. So here's what we do. We start the conversation out. We're in here. We're like, okay, cool. What I want you to do now, John, is I want you to know that this conversation is for me to see if you're a good fit for a program. I want to be able to see if you fit in here and qualify. That's why you've booked this call, correct? All right, so here's what we do. I'm going to go and ask you a couple of questions to see whether you're a good fit, if you qualify, and if you're motivated. And if you are a good fit, then at the end we can make a decision together. How does that sound? Great. Now this person is informed, the frame is set, is aware, and he knows exactly through what frame to look at before we're gonna go and watch it. And the most important thing is saying and asking if it's all right, because you want that person to confirm the state of mind that we want to create for him or her, right? That's why we set up a frame. This is from now on the frame. You see, this is the frame. Look at that. So this is the frame that that person is looking through. He knows exactly, she knows exactly why we're here. All right, cool. So now the frame is set. The person is aware of why the conversation is here. Now we're going to set up and capture goals. Every stage of a conversation, you're asking questions. We're not doing anything else. I want you to know the next thing. A bad salesperson tells you things. Hey, you seem like a motivated dude. Hey, you seem like you've got your shit together. Hey, I think that this program would be a good fit for you. You should do this today with me. I think you should do it. Doesn't work. Well, it used to work. This is the old type of sales. This is cold type of sales. This is the type of sales where you're needy for your client. And if you want to be able to give your client a good service, it's not about you convincing them to come here. Sure, to some extent you're still influencing them, but you got to be sure that you're like pick-locking their mind instead of pick-axing their mind. If you're pushing the whole freaking time, you're just hammering down on their brain and telling them exactly what they need to think, which makes them dumb and stupid. And you don't want to have dumb and stupid people buy a product. You want to have people that have actually made a thought out decision in order to join a program or buy a something or whatever it may be. So in order to get there, we need to know and understand this person first. So we're going to ask questions, and every single question that we ask has a specific goal that it needs to fulfill. So we're going to go and get to our goals. We need to find the interest and needs of this person. We need to find the pain. And the reason why is quite simple. If we know what the thing is that the person needs, we can give this person a solution. So we're asking this person questions to understand what it is that the person needs. It's as simple as it is. We're not going to tell them that we think something, even though we've done our research. The research that we've done is mainly there to get a better understanding of what's going on in the headspace of a person. So, all right, cool. What is this? How does this look? What are you looking for? Why you're here? What is this? Every single question that I'm asking, whether it's going to be directly or indirectly, it's going to be mainly focused on finding the interest of the person. What is it that they have? Where are they standing right now? What is it that they want to go to? All right, and every question is going for the goal. All right, cool. So you're telling me that you want to make $30,000 by becoming a fucking car dealer. I don't know. So I have a course teaching you how to become a car dealership, and it teaches you how to make $30,000. This is the most random thing that I just came up on the spot. But why do you want to be this car dealership? Oh, because I like cars. Okay. But you want to have, that means you want to make $30,000, correct? Yes. Why? Because I don't have it, right? So I think I actually said the positive and the negative, or is that on the next one? Usually the one thing that people do is they understand that they have to find the pain, but sometimes they just cannot find the pain. And the issue of not finding the pain is that they don't understand that the thing that they want is a counter of what they don't have. And this is also the key about being able to understand a person a lot better. Wait, I don't get it. Why are you not giving me what your actual pain is? No, dumbass, you just don't understand that the one thing that they want is to counter the thing that they don't have at the moment. If somebody wants to make $30,000 so bad, it means that they don't have $30,000 right now. So you're gonna ask them questions about the counter. Okay, like, how does it feel for you not to have the money right now? What's the reason you haven't done and gotten to a point where you've started something that can make you that money? What's the reason for this? What's the reason for this? You need to get that person to a point where you understand exactly what makes him or her tick. Because if you do, then you can motivate that person to go to a deeper and next level. Usually, when I am doing something for this course, right? I'm actually qualifying people to come with me in a conversation. And what I do is I see if they're fit, I'm going to actually motivate them. I'm going to test them out. When somebody tells me, hey, I want to make 5K a month, I'm like, hey, bro, sorry, but like, we don't let those people in. I want somebody that's willing to make $10,000 because I need somebody to believe in themselves. Do you believe in yourself? Well, yes, I do. Well, why are you not saying 10? It's a good point. Maybe I should. And now I see that this person is more motivated to come in because I do firmly believe that the people that I usually talk to and qualify are able. Well, if I tell you you're able, you're able. That's how easy it is. So you need to be able to have this willingness, this trust in yourself and in the product to be able to tell a person that they will absolutely fucking make it. Because you're going to be their guide to get to a certain place. So you got to give them that feeling of trust that this product will help them and get to the root of that problem. If it's a printer, you're going to tell them exactly, I think that this printer will help you out a lot, right? Like, how would your life look if you had a printer like this? I don't know. Right? I trust that this printer fits with you. Do you think this printer fits by you? And basically what we do is we go to the deeper layer and we trust, like, whatever. Like, you get the point. We're going to make mental notes and set confirmation traps. So let's talk about info products that are helping people to make money, because it's the easiest thing that I can talk about right now. It's the easiest thing to set traps for. So somebody tells you, I want to live a better life. So here's what you do with a confirmation trap and a mental note. You make a mental note by asking them, you want to live a better life, right? Yes. So why are you not there yet? Well, because this, and that. So you're not there yet because of this reason and that reason, right? Now, because I've actually asked this in this specific way, now suddenly the understanding of me of this person just goes up, because I've just said, like, I've repeated the thing that he or she said to me. This person is saying a yes to that immediately. I have remembered this. And now, because this person has already said yes to this once, later on in the pitch, I can always fall back to it. Hey, so you said that you didn't want to live this life anymore, right? Yeah. Well, you said it, wasn't me. And now here, at the end, right before the payment, You're still doubting yourself? You're not really sure that you want to do it? Didn't you want to do this? Well, yeah, so it's holding you back. Because you're basically making sure that this person is confirming certain types of questions towards you. Now it's all coming back. And you can use it like a policeman, right? Everything that you say will be used against you. Well, that's exactly what we'll be doing here too. So you're gonna set a couple of these traps. Depending on your product, you're gonna make a better version. Well, for the people in the course, we're gonna actually go over this, and I'm gonna look at your pitch in the course to see whether those questions that you've been asking are correct or not. So now we're gonna connect the solution to the problems. Let me ask you a question. What would be the solution to the problems that I just mentioned? Oh wait, yes, the thing that you're selling. Every single bit or every single thing that you are selling solves a problem. So the thing that you'll be asking in the area before this, the goals, remember, is you're gonna look for a specific problem to solve. Because if, let's say you have a printer, you're gonna ask them questions about, hey, how's your printer right now at the work? What kind of colors do you guys have? How would your life look? And here's the connecting question. If you had a printer that would print in more colors than you've ever imagined. Oh, that's exactly what we need, right? Instead of saying, hey, we have a printer that has more colors than you've ever imagined, we're saying, hey, how would your life look? How would your business look if you could become more professional by having a printer that has more colors than you've ever wished for? We're making a connection. How would your life look if you could make more sales? If your conversion would go up because you understand a couple of principles better? We've connected their desire of making more money towards the solution that we have to offer. And we're basically making them visualize how their life would look because of that, because of our solution. That's how we pull them in. That's how they think. And now we're going to close the deal. And closing the deal is quite easy. Before, it's all pre-qualified. We've qualified as much as we can. We've qualified. Now we're going to create urgency. And you don't create urgency, you have urgency. You have this already locked in for whatever reason. And you say, hey, listen up. Today. Smash. Sorry, I had to do it to me. Today, we only have a couple of spots more available. I would love to give to you this, but to be sure that you are the person that is coming in with me, I need to be 100% sure. And here's where we flip the script. You told me that you want to achieve this. Is this number that you asked or that we've come by, $10,000 a month, really something you want to achieve? Yes. Well, are you willing to work to get to this place with the right guidance? Yes. Are you willing to invest in order to get to this place? Yes. So now what we did is we flipped the script. We made the person say yes to us. We made the person confirm towards us. We made sure that this person said yes to us, to the investment, to us, to the product, to whatever it may be. And this is not a dirty sales tactic. No, it's the exact opposite. We just want to be sure that we have somebody that's motivated in our course. We just want to be sure that we have somebody in our community, in our whatever it may be, in our product that is willing to invest and be ready. So that's exactly why we're doing it like this. We get the triple confirmation to get them higher into an enthusiastic level, and then we're going to do the close. Well, I'm glad you're with us. Looking at this, I can see that you're motivated. Let's do it. I have this package, or I have this package. And here is another trap that we're laying in influence. We call this the double close. Instead of looking for just closing on one end, saying, hey, this is the option that we have, how does this sound? It might work, but by giving people two options, you're basically creating another illusion of choice. And we want the illusion of choice because for every single thing that we've done in this whole pitch. We're creating that the person is making the decisions. We're not making the decision for that person. We're not making the decision for a prospect. No, it's the exact opposite. He or she is making decisions on a constant basis because we're asking questions. They're coming up with the answer. Instead of telling your mom telling you, do the dishes, your mom is saying, man, these dishes are so dirty. And I'm so tired. It would be so nice if somebody could do the dishes. And you just overheard saying this. And then you walk towards it because you love your mom. You want to help her out. But she completely manipulated you, man. She wanted you to do the dishes. But by yelling at you and telling you to do the dishes, you're never going to do it. But by emphasizing and feeling the pain, that's the moment where you're going to do it. She manipulated you to do the dishes. And now you are going to make this person do the dishes too. But instead of telling this person to do the dishes because nobody wants somebody to tell them what to do, we ask the questions. We ask this person, hey, how would you like to start? Would you rather start with our 30K package? Or would you rather start with our 50K package? And then he chooses one of the two. And then you're like, cool, here's the link. Let's fill it in together. And that's the pitch. Oh god, I'm getting so fucking dramatic for this. Anyway, so I have a complete breakdown of me breaking down somebody's pitch with all these principles. It's in the script. Just comment down, give me the script, and I'll tell you where you can get the script. Have a lot of other free resources down here. If you look at my other videos, they're quite valuable, if I must add myself. You should really make a script off the script, if I'm really honest. It's really good. But yeah, I have so much resources, man. You should definitely check it out. This is for me just using Loom. If you actually watch my other videos, you'd see like high production value and other stuff. You're like, what is this? Why is this on Loom? But I just want to be valuable once in a while, you know? And I feel like I can give raw value like this with like a Loom video and just my iPhone camera set up at 10 p.m. Great. Anyway, I'm Raven Ghazali. Subscribe.